I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Quite securely locked, I am afraid. The door, it is locked tight. No, the door, it will not budge. Latched tight on the inside. The door, it is locked. Latched tight on the inside. Quite securely locked, I am afraid. No, the door, it will not budge. Quite securely locked, I am afraid. I will... Oh, that does nothing. Quite secure.
Monsieur Poirot?
Good morning, Madame Marshall. I regret I have not yet found the writer of those notes.
I wouldn't worry myself if I were you. In fact, I'd like you to forget about them.
You have learned the identity of the author?
Yes. And if there's any further bother, I will deal with it myself. Is that clear?
That could be dangerous. An argument will not assist us, Hastings. Better to comply. I will do as you ask. You are going for the swim?
No. I wanted to use a float.
Use this one with my compliments.
You won't be using it?
No, I am certain of that.
Do something for me, will you?
Anything. Hastings, do not become smitten with this woman. She is charming, yes, but it will cloud your ability to investigate.
Sorry, Poirot. She's just so damned attractive.
Don't tell anyone where I am. Everyone will follow me about so. I just want for once to be alone.
She wants to be alone? I don't believe that for a minute.
Very good, Hastings. You read her character well. I concur. She has the rendezvous, I think. But with whom?
Morning, Poirot. Seen my wife anywhere about?
Has Madame risen so early?
Well, she's not in her room. Lovely day. Think I'll have a bathe right away. Got a lot of typing to do this morning.
Morning, Marshal.
You look for Madame Redfern?
Christine is off sketching somewhere.
What are you...
Someone's been careless leaving a perfectly good shovel lying about. Bit of a low spot in the near ad service court.
Latched tight on the inside. These are the binoculars most... That is not such a good idea. These are the binoculars... These are the binoculars most splendid.
say, it's that North chap again.
What course of action do you suggest, Hastings?
Ask Mrs. Redfern to make a sketch of him.
An excellent idea, my friend. Then Colonel Weston can send the picture to Scotland Yard for identification.
Monsieur Poirot, thank you again for the sketch pad.
It is my pleasure, madame.
I intend to make good use of it today.
What will you sketch today?
I'm meeting Linda at Sanctuary Cove at 10:30. While she swims, I will sketch her Gillimores for her.
You are kind to take an interest in her.
She's having a rough time of it, I'm afraid.
I believe you are correct. A friend now will be of great help, I think. Madame, do you have the time to make this small sketch for Poirot?
Why? I'd be delighted to. It's the least I can do.
There is a man at the landing of the sea tractor. Do you think you could make the portrait of him?
I don't see why not. I've a little time before Linda will be ready.
And madame, if you could contrive to do so without his knowledge?
Oh, I must say it's rather exciting having a detective on holiday.
Monsieur Poirot, any luck with finding my typewriter?
Oui, mademoiselle. This is it not?
Yes, indeed. Wherever did you find it?
I would rather not say at present.
You are being most mysterious.
It is my nature to be mysterious, I am afraid.
Well, I'm happy to have it back. Thank you. Please let me know if there is any way I can repay you.
I will? Where are you off to, may I ask?
The Ledgers to read my book. It's a rather good thriller by Graham Greene. Do you know his work?
Bien, he is an excellent writer.
Then I've a tennis date with Ken, Mr. Marshall, Mrs. Redfern and Mr. Gardner at 12. I'll just put this typewriter in my room, then I'm off.
Enjoy your day, mademoiselle.
And you, Monsieur Poirot. And thanks again.
No. The door, it will not budge. Quite securely locked, I am afraid. Latched tight on the inside. The door, it is locked tight. Quite securely locked, I am afraid. Latched tight on the inside. The door, it is locked tight. Mademoiselle, if I may have a moment of your time?
I only have a few minutes, Monsieur Poirot. I'm meeting Mrs. Redfern at Sanctuary Cove at 10:30.
I will come straight to the point, mademoiselle. You were a student at Miss Potter's School for Young Ladies in Brixham, were you not?
I was. I'm not anymore, though.
Millie Parsons was a classmate of yours?
Yes.
A close friend?
Nah, not really. We knew her, my friends and I, to speak to. She seemed a harmless sort. Rather sweet, actually.
Why did you leave school?
Monsieur Poirot, I like you. But I'm not sure you have the right to ask me that question.
Did you know an instructor named Gideon Fell?
Yes, we had him for anthropology.
You did not like him?
At first, he seemed all right. He took several of us to the picture show to see a horror film called Curse of the Islands.
The film, it was frightening to you?
A bit, I suppose. But I found it quite interesting, actually. But then he started acting strangely towards some of the girls. He was creepy. Always making comments to girls when he thought no one could hear. Complimenting them on how they looked.
Was he interested in Millie Parsons?
She told me he had followed her once in the woods. He grabbed her wrist. When she tried to break away, he said how much he liked her hair and her frock. She broke away and threatened to tell Miss Porter. She said he looked at her with his face all twisted up. It was horrible, she said.
This interest, it was more than politeness?
A lot more.
He was a poor teacher?
He was all right, I guess. I am very interested in anthropology. That helped, I suppose.
What most interested you in the class?
Superstition. Much of what we call superstition has a basis in fact. Religious practices and so on.
Millie told Miss Potter of this incident?
No. One of the other girls had already complained and she did nothing. She accused the girl of trying to make trouble for Mr. Fell because he gave her bad marks.
After Millie's death, you said nothing of Mr. Fell?
I did. The police looked into it. They said he had an alibi. But I knew. My friends and I knew. You don't believe me, do you?
Au contraire, I have known many alibis that seemed unbreakable, only to shatter as easily as glass when the right force was applied.
He did it, Monsieur Poirot. He killed Millie. I have to change into my swimming costume now. Will you excuse me?
Of course. Thank you for speaking with me.
I say, Poirot, do you think you can break this Fell character's alibi?
If I can, Hastings, Miss Brewster and the police will have their answer. No more can be learned by this. The door, it is locked tight. Quite securely locked, I am afraid.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please.
On me way.
Mr. Poirot, I wanted to thank you for helping to clear up the misunderstanding between Gladys and me. How she could think I'd ever be interested in that schoolgirl is beyond me. I can't help it if some foolish child decides on her own to start hanging about the garage. I know it sounds silly, but I think she was only doing it because she wanted to pinch my shovel. Morning, sir. I was just off to do an errand. Say, you don't happen to know anything about motor cars, do you?
Yes, I do. Hastings, what is this you make me say? I know nothing of motor cars.
I do, Poirot. Let's see what he's on about.
What would you like to know?
Major Barry's car needs its points cleaned. He wants it as soon as possible, but I have to test the motor on the sea tractor. It's been a bit dodgy lately. I wouldn't want to strand anyone on the island. I'd be in your debt if you could help me out.
The young scoundrel asks such a thing of the world's greatest detective?
Hang on, Poirot. It wouldn't hurt to have a bright lad like Jenks on our side.
I see no points on the car of Major Barry. And the motor cars, they are filthy.
Nonsense. You'd think you'd never heard of soap. I've never cleaned points myself, but all we need are some instructions. The current issue of Motor Enthusiast magazine has an exceptionally clear article on the subject.
It appears to be stuck. It appears... Out! Something...
It's a sliver of metal. Must be magnetic. Can't say I see much point in hanging on to a magnetic sliver of metal, but you never know.
As you say, Hastings, you'll never know. It appears to... It appears to be... I do not... It appears to be... I can... No, it is... I cannot... Without error, mon ami. I cannot come... I will not... It appears to be stuck that way. No, it... I cannot... I do not... No, it... Your instincts are well honed, mon ami. The puzzle...
Well done, old man.
There is not enough soap in all of Devon to restore my hands.
Morning, sir. Got the tractor motor purring like a kitten. Any luck with Major Barry's automobile?
Why, yes. Against all expectation, I have cleaned the tips with much success.
Beg your pardon?
Points, old man.
And the points as well.
Smashing. Much obliged, sir.
The village is practically abandoned.
May I help you, sir?
No merci.
We have quite a few books for sale, sir.
We have no need. Madame,
That's my...
delightful.
Morning, Poirot.
Major, you are here already?
I've already worked with the dog. He'll do as I say. Are you ready?
Proceed, Major.
Stand at attention, Baskerville. Heel.
It's a miracle, that is.
Sit. Easy as anything to train a dog. You just know how to talk to them.
Your skill is extraordinary, Major. Now I will open the door. Command him to enter and we will let nature take its course.
Ready when you are, Poirot. Enter Baskerville. Baskerville, enter the shop. He won't budge, Poirot. Can't say what the trouble is. Have you any way to lure him inside?
Hastings, you will need to find something to lure Baskerville into this shop.
A corned beef sandwich, and well past its prime by the smell of it.
Your current... I do not think... Your current course of action?
Fancy a short...
No, merci.
Oh, as you like. Maybe... Hello, Mr. Poirot. Not like you to look so out of sorts.
Mr. Bagby, where would you look for Tom Cutter's treasure?
If it's there, my guess would be Cutter's Cave. But folk have tried for centuries to find that treasure with nothing to show for it. Foolish to try, if you ask me.
Good day to you, Monsieur Bagby.
Yeah, if you'd like a game of darts, just ask.
Well, that is not... That is exactly as Poirot was thinking, Hastings.
Was that poor Baskerville again? You'd think he'd learn not to come round here anymore.
Voila, Madame Hughes. The case of the missing post is solved.
Why, do you mean to say my dear little Chloe knocked those letters back there by accident?
That your cat pushed them there to have the room for the catnap is fact. Whether it was an accident, it is not for Poirot to say.
Oh, Mr. Poirot, how can I ever thank you?
It is my pleasure to assist you, Madame. However, there is a kindness you can do Poirot in return.
What is it?
Choose wisely, Hastings. I could make good use of your testing equipment. Excellent, Hastings. You are sharpening the detective instincts.
I'm not sure. You are a detective.
Colonel Weston will vouch for me.
Ah, well then. Of course you can. I'm happy to be of service, I'm sure.
Merci, madame. You do that great service for Poirot.
How may I be of service?
I would like to send
Of course, sir.
There is... The tablets of Monsieur Lang are most certainly Troyaner. I am sorry, mon ami, but I do not think we will find the information we seek in that chapter. I am sorry, mon ami. The grenadine, it is composed of the juice from the pomegranate, sugar, and water. The blood found at the monastery ruins, it is from the chicken.
Hello, Poirot. Enjoying your holidays?
I will let you be the judge of that, my friend. I have several things to discuss with you.
Carry on.
Mrs. Marshall has been receiving threatening messages.
The devil, you say? From whom?
That is yet unclear. I would like to compare them to the type on your machine.
You think I've been sending them?
I must try every possibility, my friend, however remote.
Be my guest.
The good detective knows. There, you see, Hastings, the E, the M, and the H. This is the typewriter used to write the threatening notes beyond any doubt. There is no doubt. The notes were typed on this machine.
But that's impossible.
No one visits you here?
Well, of course. Many people do. In addition to my regular police duties, there's the home guard, the evacuation. Hang on.
You have thought of something?
I'd hate for it to be true. That girl at the hotel, she popped in with all sorts of questions about the evacuation. I think she wanted to be told the hotel was being closed. I expect the order any day now, by the way.
Was it Linda Marshall?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was. Bit nasty, that. Writing threatening messages to her own stepmother.
Very nasty indeed. Especially since she apparently also stole Mademoiselle Darnley's typewriter and hid it in Christine Redfern's room to incriminate her. Well done, Hastings. I see the little grey cells are hard at work. Is Mrs. Castle a member of the Home Guard?
Yes, she volunteered, although she hasn't been of much use.
Why do you say that?
The sightings of U-boats don't match what my other watchers are reporting. I'm not sure she's truly watching at all.
I am afraid it is worse than that. She has a German radio, a code book, and a signal lantern in her safe.
Good God, a fifth columnist here in Leathercombe Bay? I'll have her arrested immediately.
Please do not as yet. If you watch her, she may lead you to her associates.
Ah, you're right. I'll have her followed if she leaves the island.
Excellent! What can you tell me of Alice Corrigan's murder case?
Nasty bit of work. Her husband had a motive, but an unbreakable alibi as well. Not my district, but I have some notes at my office.
Could you obtain for me the summary of the report?
I'll have it sent over from Kingsbridge this afternoon.
Did the report on the Millie Parsons case arrive?
Yes, here it is. I was in London through most of it, in Home Guard and evacuation meetings. I hope to have a look at it again once things quiet down. If they quiet down, that is.
Ah, merci. I will read as I make my notes. Hastings, look over these notes of the alibi of the teacher Gideon Fell. Tell me what you see.
Something about the film? Fell was alone there for 2 hours.
What is the most important fact concerning that film and Fell's alibi?
The title.
Curse of the Islands? And why is it significant?
Linda Marshall told us Fell took her and some friends to see it.
And this tells you?
He knew the story already.
And the theater ticket he had in his possession for the 12th of April?
He bought the ticket, but he never went in.
You have it, my friend. Well done. Colonel?
Yes?
The Millie Parsons affair. This alibi of the teacher, Gideon Fell. It does not hold the liquid.
Water, Poirot.
It does not hold its water.
Oh?
There are witnesses. Girls at the school that will tell you that Monsieur Fell took them to see Curse of the Islands before that night.
You don't say.
Fell, he leaves the restaurant at 7:40. He buys the ticket at the theater nearby, a matter of a few moments only. Then he walks to the corpse. He is there shortly before 15 minutes to 9, the time Millie Parsons' ballet class it is finished. He waits. The girl arrives. The murder, it is done. He walks back to the movie theater in time to see the end upon the screen.
By Joe, Poirot, you're astounding.
I had the information you lacked, my friend. That is all.
I need to write up a report on this at once. Sorry, Poirot.
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
Beach is certainly empty this morning.
I believe Captain Marshall will be swimming shortly.
Everyone else off on excursions, I expect. Major Barry wanted to go into Knightsbridge if his car was fixed.
The Major? He has business in Kingsbridge?
Oh, he was complaining of the lack of privacy when using the phone in Leathercombe Bay post office. I can't imagine what he has to be so secretive about. Can you, Oakley?
No, darling.
You do not take the excursion?
I was saying to Mr. Gardner only this morning, we simply must make an excursion to Dartmoor. It's quite near and the associations are all so romantic, aren't they, Oakley?
Yes, darling. I've always wanted to visit the Dartmoor prison.
You do not knit at the ledges this morning?
No, Miss Darnley was there before us and didn't seem to be in the mood for chatting. So we came here. Didn't want to disturb her, did we, Oakley?
No, darling.
The motor car, it is repaired.
Oh? Isn't that splendid, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Oakley, I don't believe I've got that second shade of purple wool. It's in the second drawer of the bureau in our bedroom, or it might be the third.
Yes, darling.
Good morning, Mr. Redfern.
I don't see anything good about it.
Goodness, he's in a mood. I'm not really in the mood. Poirot, I would love to spend...
I swim like... There is no need to disturb Mademoiselle Darnley. Let her enjoy her book. Let her enjoy the sunshine. Madame Redfern.
Oh, Monsieur Poirot, I have the sketch you asked me for.
Merci, madame.
I'm not in the mood to talk at the moment.
Let him observe his non...
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please?
On me way.
I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
Could you send a sketch to Scotland Yard for identification?
Be glad to. I've seen the fellow about. You think he's up to no good?
I do.
I'll try to have an answer for you this afternoon.
Merci. Thank you, monsieur.
Sorry, no word from Scotland.
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. There's lots of talk of Tom Cutter's treasure. It's said to still be buried on the island somewhere. Jewels and gold and all the usual in a chest. When I was younger, me mates and I would search for it. We were convinced it was up on that hill on the western side of the island. The way the story goes, Tom Cutter would spend hours up there just looking out over the sea. We never found so much as a singular coin, though.
Let him observe his... Mademoiselle Brewster, you have had a pleasant morning?
Good morning, Mr. Poirot. Well, I was, until somebody chucked something at me from the balcony up there.
Mademoiselle, I have looked into Millie's murder.
And?
I believe I have found the one responsible for her death.
Who was it?
Colonel Weston is having his men follow up on certain facts I placed before him. While I cannot tell you with absolute certainty, nevertheless, the indications are very strong that the one they will question is our man. Every instinct tells me he is the man, and I promise you, he will be brought to justice.
Mr. Poirot, I can't tell you how much this means to me.
She was a good friend to you, young Millie.
Yes, she was. She was an innocent. Mr. Poirot, I can't bear it when the innocent suffer.
You have the good heart, mademoiselle. I am happy I was able to assist you. Something was thrown at you?
I was having my usual morning swim at about 10:30, when all of a sudden, whoosh, something hit the water very near my head.
You do not know what it was, the projectile?
No, I would have swum down for it. But the water's pretty deep here, and my ears won't take the pressure. If you'll excuse me, it's time for my row. The exercise will do me good.
The door, it is locked tight. Quite securely locked, I am afraid. Latched tight on the inside. No. The door, it will... Quite securely... Latched tight... The door, it is locked tight. Quite securely... The door is locked, but I can hear the voices from within. Perhaps we should listen a bit closer, Hastings.
I say, Poirot, he seems to be typing up quite a storm.
No, we have heard all we can. Latched tight on the inside.
Poirot, I would love to...
There is no... No, Hastings. This...
Tightly locked.
May no man... Let her enjoy their sunshine, Hastings.
Please leave me alone for the moment.
Hello?
Yes, please?
On me way.
I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
We have no need to...
Fancy a short game, sir?
I will try my luck.
Oh, I pegged you for a sporting gentleman the moment you first walked in here. We each start with 301 points. I don't have time for a complete game, I'm afraid. Whoever hits the highest score subtracts that from 301. We'll declare him the winner. Go on, you go first.
Not a very stellar performance, I'm afraid. A regulation...
Your dog? He has not returned?
No, and I'm a bit put out with you and Major Barry. Did you stick that mad cat of Mrs. Hughes on him?
Well, it was not the outcome I intended, I assure you.
Yes, well, I'd ask you to leave well enough alone in future, Mr. Poirot. I told you Baskerville needed no training.
Good day to you, Monsieur Bagby.
Yeah, if you'd like a game of darts, just ask.
A life ring, boy. Very handy if the pub should start to sink.
Sorry, no word from Scotland. Sorry, no word. Sorry, no word. Sorry.
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. I expect you've heard about our ghost, the smuggler Tom Cutter. He used to bring in his goods to the cove on Seadrift Island they now call Cutter's Cove. And he was regular at the pub on the island. That's where he met his end, they say, hung by agents of the crown. There'll be those who say he was shot or drowned. But my old gaffer knew the story, and he swore they strung old Tom up from the hotel side.
Let him up.
N20, E15, N19. Poirot, they could be a map. The number of paces north, east, then north again.
And their starting point?
Albert Bagby at the Monk's Hood Inn. told you that Tom Cutter would spend hours on the island summit. It was his favorite spot on the island. And we found Gardner poking about up there as well. I'll bet he's come to the same conclusion I have. This is a map to Tom Cutter's treasure.
I need a little time to miss...
North 20, east 19, then north 15. Let's see where we end up, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Eh bien. Now east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Hastings. 3 more steps will put me in the center of the... What did you call it?
The ad service court. Poirot, something is buried there. That's why the ground keeps settling. Dig! Dig!
Against my better judgment?
A treasure chest! Oh, that's...
Yes, Hastings. We've uncovered the spot where the monks, they dumped their old brandy casks. Congratulations.
I was so sure.
I suggest another visit to Monsieur Bagby, if you insist on pursuing this.
Good idea, old fellow. First you'd better finish filling in the hole and raking the tennis court. Bit of a low spot.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please?
On me way.
There's lots of talk of Tom Cutter's treasure. It's said to still be buried on the island somewhere. Jewels and gold and all the usual in a chest. When I was younger, me mates and I would search for it. We were convinced it was up on that hill on the western side of the island. The way the story goes, Tom Cutter would spend hours up there just looking out over the sea. We never found so much as a singular coin, though.
Did you not say the key to finding the treasure was to start on the island summit? Hastings, we are not here for the treasure hunt.
Well, that's what most believe, eh? What of it?
The directions I discovered led to where the tennis court is now.
Don't tell me you dug up Mrs. Castle's tennis court.
Yes, very amusing. Have you any idea where we could have gone wrong?
Well, let me see. Oh, rot.
Oh, rot. Why do you say this?
Well, if you started at the current high point on the island, you would easily go astray.
The current high point?
Yes, you misunderstood me.
I? Poirot? He does not misunderstand.
But you have. Let me explain. That hill is the highest point on the island now. But of course it wasn't back in Tom Cutter's day. That was long before the hotel, remember?
They levelled the land around there when they built it. The highest point used to be... let me see. You know that grassy path out from the main entrance a ways? The one that leads to the bathing beach? Well, that used to be much higher. That's where old Tom used to sit and watch. You really did dig up the tennis court?
Good day to you, Monsieur Bagby.
Yeah, if you'd like a game of darts, just ask.
Sorry, no wo-
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
North 20, east 19, then north 15. Let's see where we end up, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hastings, here too is the depression in the ground, remember?
Dig, Poirot, dig!
Luckily for you, Poirot is an expert gardener. You have seen my vegetable marrows.
There! You've hit something! Tom Cutter's treasure is
3 gold dots. Congratulations.
At least they're gold. Oh, better fill in the hole, Poirot. Wouldn't do for anyone to injure themselves.
As you yourself would say, well played, Hastings. You have correctly deduced that Tom Cutter's Ton 80 was the key to unlocking their secret door.
Thanks, old man.
Voila! The ghost of Tom Cutter becomes someone wearing a coat covered with luminescent paint.
Hello. Somebody's having a bath. Leaving it rather late in the morning, weren't they?
You have done well, Hastings. Perhaps a misstep or two here or there, but overall I give you high marks indeed.
Thanks, Poirot. Very decent of you.
But now, your mettle will be tested. Recall where each suspect was last seen. I have marked their positions on the map here. As you probe their alibis, we will update the map so that perhaps you can see who had the most opportunity to kill Madame Musher. And do not neglect the inhabitants of Leathercombe Bay. They may also have information of importance.
I'll be thorough, old man. You can count on me.
Excellent. And of course, if you find yourself unable to progress, we will consult the magic of the finger of suspicion.
Magic my eye. But at any rate, it's time now for a fifth clue to its secret.
The clue is magnet.
Magnet. At last a clue that suggests something useful.
I am glad the clue it pleases you. I shall place it next to the finger of suspicion. Use it as you will. When you are ready, my friend, we will return to Seadrift Island. It is now late morning. The time it is precisely 11:40 when the rowboat with Patrick Redfern at the oars and Emily Brewster in the bow rounds the headland into Cutter's Cove.
Hello? Who's that?
It looks like Mrs. Marshall.
So it does.
We don't want to land here, do we?
Oh, plenty of time.
That's odd. Why is Mrs. Marshall lying in the shade?
Hello, Elena?
Mademoiselle Brewster senses something. The body, the way it lies. There is something unnatural in the angle of the outspread arms.
Elena?
Monsieur Redfern too, he hesitates, and then...
No. Elena! No!
Is she?
She's dead! Oh, God. She's been strangled! Elena!
I was in my room, as yet unaware of the tragedy. No.
Please, not now, Monsieur Poirot.
Mr. Poirot, there you are.
Mademoiselle, what has occurred?
It's Mrs. Marshall. Mr. Redfern and I found her in Cutter's Cove. She's been strangled.
Mademoiselle, may I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Can you row me to Cutter's Cove?
Mr. Poirot, after your efforts to find Millie's killer, I'll row you any time you like. You need only ask me. Climb in.
Ah, Poirot, at last. Listen, you know how strapped I am right now with the evacuation, the Home Guard, and now fifth columnists. If you could leave the investigation, I would be in your debt.
I will help in any way I can, my friend.
Thank you. You just missed Dr. Neasden, the coroner. My men have done a cursory search of the cove. They'll be back shortly to collect the remains and with equipment to do a better job.
Who called you?
George Strum, bathing beach attendant, showed up on my doorstep. Miss Brewster sent him. As luck would have it, Neasden was with me, so we came right over.
What could Dr. Neasden tell you about the time of death?
He put the time of the murder at somewhere between 11:15 and 12:20, just before Redfern and Miss Brewster showed up.
The cause of death was strangulation?
Oh yes, no doubt about that. The handprints are very clear on the neck. Neasden may be able to tell us more after the autopsy, but it's pretty clear a very strong pair of hands did that to her. That's all I have for now. Poirot, I hate to drop this thing in your lap like this.
Do not concern yourself, my friend.
Look around all you like. I'll make sure everyone knows you speak with my authority. I'll do a background check on everyone on the island. I should have a report for you at the police station later this afternoon.
Thank you, Colonel.
Give me a few minutes, would you?
You aren't going to look at her face, are you?
The investigator of murder cannot be squeamish, Hastings.
Still, if you assure me of the facts, there isn't any real need, is there?
As you wish. I state categorically that Mrs. Marshall was strangled to death by a very powerful pair of hands. This is certainly significant.
I'll just snip a piece of the fabric from the hat.
Elena's coffee flask.
Hello, something was dumped here. What does it smell like, Poirot?
Coffee. Mrs. Marshall was strangled.
What? Oh, Poirot.
May I put to you some questions, Monsieur Redfern? How did you and Mademoiselle Brewster come to be rowing together?
I asked Miss Brewster if I could join her.
Why did you do that? Monsieur Redfern, there is no longer the luxury of playing the little games. Now is the time for truth.
Elena and I were accustomed to swimming together each morning. When I didn't see her on the beach, I went looking for her. She wasn't up at the hotel. I saw Miss Brewster getting the rowboat ready. That's when I got the idea that if we rowed around the island, I might find her, Elena. I offered to row first. We set off.
What time did you arrive here?
Sometime before 12. I don't know exactly.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Well, I was put out, if you must know. I couldn't understand why she hadn't met me. I couldn't understand it at all. I rowed for the beach. I wanted to find out what she was doing.
What happened after their boat beached?
I called out to her, but she didn't answer. She just lay there. I went over to her. There was something strange. She was so still. I knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm. She didn't react at all. Then I lifted her hand. My God, her face, Poirot. It was dark, mottled, and those marks. Handprints on her neck.
Steady?
I'm sorry. She was so beautiful. How could anyone spoil that?
Who went for help?
Miss Brewster. I had this idea. I wanted to protect Elena. It's stupid, I know. She was beyond anyone's protection. I sat near her, then couldn't take that anymore, and came over here and waited until the police arrived.
Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
I'm sorry. Let me think.
Take your time.
There was one thing. I heard a noise while I was still over near Arlena.
What was it?
A clatter on the rocks near the ladder. Something falling. Not a rock, though. Something light.
I may have more questions for you later.
I'm afraid I need some time to myself.
Torn piece of green fabric. The same color. A smashed bottle with a bit of fluid left in it.
And the fluid has the distinctive odor of an expensive perfume?
Looks like a dart. The carving is quite old. That mud looks like it was placed there deliberately. And there's something shiny underneath. I say, a six-sided metal receptacle hidden by the mud. The mud must have been applied fairly recently, and the metal looks shiny, almost new. And that shape, it reminds me of something. It's like the receptacle for a winch handle you find on the masts of some sailboats to winch the sail up and down.
Poirot will not be climbing up the ladder.
Poirot, please give...
Can we speak a little later?
I would like to put to you the questions, if I may.
Of course.
How did you and Monsieur Redfern come to be rowing together?
After you saw me at Rocky Bar, I changed and was about to set out on my morning row when Mr. Redfern asked if he could join me.
What time did you arrive here?
We arrived on the beach at 11:45. We must have come in sight of the cove 5 minutes before that.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Nothing at first. I assumed she was sunning herself.
And then?
Well, the first thing I noticed was she was lying as if she was sunbathing. But she was in the shade of the cliffs. Then, when Mr. Redfern called out and she didn't answer, that felt odd too. Once we were out of the boat, I could tell there was something unnatural in the way she was lying. Her arms.
What time was this?
He wanted to row right round the island, so I checked my watch. It was not quite 11:30.
Did Monsieur Redfern often accompany you?
No, this was the first time. If you ask me, he was looking for Mrs. Marshall. He volunteered to take the oars first.
What happened after the boat beached?
Mr. Redfern and I approached Mrs. Marshall. I could see he thought the situation wasn't right as well. He knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm, then he started to lift her hat. He saw her face and cried out.
Who went for help?
I did. We both knew someone had to. I'm not the kind of woman who would ever admit to feeling fear, but I was secretly thankful when Mr. Redfern offered to stay with the body.
I understand perfectly, mademoiselle. You must have reproached yourself. Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
No, I don't believe so. Yes, there is something. She was strangled, just like Millie and the other woman, Alice Corrigan. 3 women strangled in South Devon within a few months of one another. Can that be just coincidence?
Anything is possible, mademoiselle. But I will agree that coincidence in this case seems highly unlikely. I may have more questions for you later.
Of course.
Can you roll me?
Of course. Would you like to leave now?
Yes, thank you.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot. I'm sorry. I know I should have stayed at the hotel, but I had to get away.
It is of no matter, mademoiselle. I knew I should find you here. May I ask the questions?
Yes.
Can you tell me how you spent the morning?
After breakfast, I came here to Sanctuary Cove with Christine, Mrs. Redfern.
When was that?
We started off from my room just before the half hour. 10:25.
What did you do when you got here?
I swam, then sunbathed, while Christine sketched the gully moors. Then later I went back in for a bathe, and Christine went back to the hotel to get changed for tennis.
Did you like your stepmother, mademoiselle?
Oh yes, Arlena was kind to me.
Did your father and your stepmother ever quarrel?
Oh no, Father doesn't quarrel with people. He's not like that at all.
Have you any idea who might have wanted to kill your stepmother?
Well, I hate to say it, but Mrs. Redfern might want to. Her husband was in love with Arlena after all. Not that I think she would really want to kill her. I mean, she'd just feel that she wished she was dead. Monsieur Poirot, that isn't the same thing at all, is it?
No, it is not at all the same. What time was it that Mrs. Redfern left you?
11:45.
Are you sure of that time?
Oh yes, she asked me. She didn't want to miss her tennis game. I looked at my watch. It was 11:45. It keeps very good time. I know I can't show you now. I left it in my room when I changed after bathing.
When did you return to the hotel?
Just about 1 o'clock. And then I heard about Arlena.
You filled a prescription for your stepmother today?
What? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Just a while ago. Trinol.
And where is the Trinol now?
I put it in her room. There are evil people in the world. They need to be punished. But Mrs. Redfern isn't evil. I don't want her to get into trouble. She loves her husband, that's all. Don't you think?
I think she loves him very much. Oui, mademoiselle.
Look here, Poirot. there are quite a few more things we should be asking her. She clearly wasn't telling the truth about her feelings for Arlena, or about her father and Arlena never fighting.
Hastings, that is a very troubled child. I think it would be very unwise to press her. Besides, there is still more we need to discover about the events at Miss Potter's school for the young ladies. Do not disturb him, Hastings. We may be able to take advantage of his absence from the beach. I must speak with you.
Sir, Colonel Weston says I should answer any questions you might have. Murder. Isn't it horrible?
It is indeed. What can you tell me about the murder?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I had to go rake that tennis court again this morning. I was there from 10:30 until several of the guests turned up to play around 12. Can you believe somebody had been digging it up?
Well, that is terrible. I am sorry you were put to so much trouble.
Oh, that's all right. It's not as if you did it.
This is a washout. He knows nothing.
He can still be useful, Hastings. See if you can find out how. Do you know anything of fifth columnists operating along this coast?
Fifth columnists? You mean spies? Traitors? No.
No? But then he would not be likely to. Try again, Hastings. You told me you will be the Navy frogman soon.
Yes, sir. I hope this murder doesn't hold things up.
You can swim deep as well as fast?
I should hope so.
Mademoiselle Brewster tells me something was thrown into the rocky bath. Do you think you could swim down and find it?
I suppose I could under ordinary circumstances, but this murder has right unmanned me. If I had something that would brace me up, that might do it. Liquid courage, if you catch my meaning.
Pas mal, Hastings. You at least seem to be following my story. We now know the service George can perform for us. We lack only the means to enlist his aid. Oh, merci, Monsieur George. I will speak with you again.
You know where to find me, sir.
May I have a word with you?
Colonel Weston told us to cooperate with you, Mr. Poirot, and of course we will, in any way we can. But this has been a very bad shock to me, and Mr. Gardner is always very, very careful of my health. Isn't that so, Oakley?
Yes, darling. Mrs. Gardner is very sensitive.
I appreciate you speaking with me. You spent the morning here, overlooking the beach?
Yes, we did. And not the slightest idea in our minds of what was happening just around the corner in that little cove.
And you were here the entire time?
Yes, both of us. From nearly nearly 10:30, 10:25, until Oakley went to play tennis at 12. Isn't that right, Oakley?
Well, not exactly. I did run off to fetch your purple wool, if you'll remember. That was around 11 by the hotel clock. It took quite a few minutes to find it, I'm afraid. 15 minutes, possibly 20.
No more than 10 minutes, surely. I barely missed you.
Methinks she protests too much, Poirot. What is she frightened of?
It is a question we must learn the answer to, my friend. Did you see Madame Marshall at all today?
We? But that is to say, no. I said to Oakley, why, wherever can she have got to this morning? First her husband comes looking for her, and then that good-looking young man, Mr. Redfern. I always wondered, why must he go running after that woman when he has that nice, pretty wife, all of his own, didn't I, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
She can babble all she likes, but I heard that hesitation, Poirot.
Did you notice anything that might have a bearing upon the case?
Why, no, I don't think so. Just that she was always around with young Redfern. Anyone can tell you that.
Did her husband mind, do you think?
Captain Marshall is a very reserved man.
That is all the questions I have for the moment.
We're devastated. We know nothing that could help. Aren't we, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Poirot, I would love to spend some time chatting, but might we do so at a later time?
Afternoon, Mr. Poirot. Terrible thing, this murder. I hope you get to the bottom of it. Need a little stimulation to help you think? Choose from the menu if you like.
I say, some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Sorry, sir. All out of dark rum and grenadine, I'm afraid. Blame George. It's his favourite drink.
Allow me the contribution.
Dark rum. I can certainly use this. Thank you, sir.
I say, some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Madame Castle.
Mr. Poirot, Colonel Weston has informed me that I am to give you my full cooperation. He suggested that I allow you access to whatever you need in the hotel, no matter how private.
I hope that does not distress you unduly, madame.
Well, my duty to the owners, but I have little choice. Here is the master key. This will unlock any door in the hotel.
Merci, madame. Can you account for your movements between 11:15 and 12 this morning?
Well, from 10 o'clock till 11:15, I was seeing to it the staff were all performing their duties. Then that the dining room was cleared and made ready for luncheon. That was until noon. It was a very ordinary morning, and until...
Quite so. Did you notice any of the guests behaving unusually?
Let me think. Mr. Redfern seemed agitated, underfoot, asking if anyone had seen Mrs. Marshall.
What time was this?
Between 10 and 10:30, I would say.
Tell me about the sandwiches and flasks of coffee prepared for the guests this morning.
Mr. Lane asked for sandwiches and coffee. He was planning on hiking, I believe. Mrs. Marshall asked for coffee only. Those were the only requests this morning.
How early are they put out on the table in the dining room?
directly after breakfast. No later than 9:30. I wonder if you would excuse me. This has quite unsettled me, I'm afraid.
Of course, madame.
She's rattled by more than the murder.
You are correct, Hastings. The idea that I would have access to anything here in the hotel obviously includes the contents of her safe.
Think she'll do a bunk?
If she makes the... what was it you said?
Think she'll try to sneak away?
Oh, yes indeed. It is good that Colonel Weston is prepared to have her followed.
This room belongs to the beautiful Arlena Stewart, Marshal. I say, old man, are we looking for anything in particular in here?
We are indeed, Hastings. We look for that which is not here.
Oh, that's a big help.
Arlena Marshall's most delightful and expensive perfume. It is the same as that which we found in the cave.
Looks like ordinary bath salts.
I cannot, Hastings. The lid, it is screwed on most tightly.
There are red hairs caught in the bristles. No mistaking that color. This looks important. I will keep it in my notebook. I'll just put this in my notebook.
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings, there was nothing of interest in those drawers. Forgive the intrusion, Captain Marshall. My condolences. Forgive me, but I must impose upon you.
Carry on.
Poirot, I just saw a shadow by the balcony door. I think someone is out there listening.
Ah, well, we will let them listen, I think. Mrs. Marshall was your second wife?
Yes.
You have been married how long?
Just over 2 years.
The marriage? It was a happy one?
Certainly.
Have you any idea who might have killed your wife?
None whatever.
Had she any enemies?
Possibly.
I say.
Oh?
Don't misunderstand me. Arlena was an actress. She was also a good-looking woman. She aroused a certain amount of jealousy, envy, hatred, malice.
From men as well as women?
Mostly women.
Was Mrs. Marshall previously acquainted with anyone in this hotel?
I believe she had met Mr. Redfern before, at some cocktail party.
How did you spend your time this morning?
I breakfasted downstairs at 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. After that, I went down to the bathing beach where I saw you. I had a quick bathe. Let me see. At about 20 minutes to 11, I returned here to type some letters. I typed until 10 minutes to 12. I then changed into tennis kit as I had a date to play tennis at 12.
Who else played the tennis?
Mrs. Redfern, Miss Darnley, and Mr. Gardner. I went down at 12 o'clock. Miss Darnley was there. Mr. Gardner and Mrs. Redfern arrived a few minutes later. We played for about an hour. Just as we came into the hotel afterwards, I got the news.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
9 o'clock. She was in her room opening her letters.
What was her manner? Unusual at all?
No, perfectly normal.
Did she mention at all what were the contents of the letters?
No.
You did not, pardon me, object to your wife's friendship with Monsieur Redfern?
I wasn't in the habit of criticizing my wife's conduct.
You did not protest or object in any way?
Certainly not.
Packet of lies. We overheard them arguing.
You will not deny then that Monsieur Redfern admired your wife?
He probably did. Most men did. She was a very beautiful woman.
You were persuaded there was nothing personal in the affair?
I never thought about it.
Utter rot.
Did your wife leave a will?
You know, I'm not sure.
Her solicitors?
Barkett and Applegood, Bedford Square. They handled all of her business affairs.
Was she well off?
Well, yes, her career was very successful, as I've told you. I would expect she was worth in the neighborhood of £50,000.
Then you would call your wife a rich woman?
I'll say.
I suppose she was, really. See here, Poirot. Aren't you getting a good way from the essentials of this business? What I believe or don't believe is surely not relevant to the plain fact of murder.
You do not comprehend, Captain Marshall. There is no such thing as the plain fact of murder. Murder springs 9 times out of 10 out of the character and circumstances of the murdered person. Because the victim was the kind of person he or she was, therefore was he or she murdered. Until we can comprehend fully and completely exactly what kind of person Arlena Marshall was, we shall not be able to see clearly exactly the kind of person who murdered her.
Was there anything else?
Not at present, thank you.
Feel free to nose around all you like. I need some air.
That's a rather nasty-looking stick pin. I'd certainly like to see what Miss Marshall has stashed in there.
Then the combination to the box, it must be found. Trial and error will not open it.
Linda's watch. It agrees with yours exactly, Poirot.
Therefore the watch, it is correct to the second.
more green fabric. From the ashes, it looks like quite a bit was burned here.
May I put to you some questions, mademoiselle?
Of course, I'll do anything I can to help.
Could you please tell me of your movements this morning?
I had breakfast shortly after 9, say 10 past. Then I collected my book, spoke with you in the lobby briefly, and went to read at the Ledgers. That must have been about 25 past 10. I came back to the hotel about 10 minutes to 12, got my tennis racket and played until about 1.
From about 10:30 until 20 minutes of 12, you were at the Ledges and never left there during that time?
Not entirely. At about 11, I went back to my room to fetch my sun hat. I saw Kenneth Marshall typing in his room.
Indeed? From the hall, perhaps? Or the balcony?
The hall. His door was slightly ajar.
Did you see Madame Marshall this morning?
No.
You did not see her as she paddled her float round to Cutter's Cove?
No, she must have gone before I got there.
Did you see anyone at all on a float or in a boat?
At the Ledgers? Possibly Mr. Blatt. At least I think it was his boat. It had a white sail, though.
You didn't see Monsieur Redfern and Mademoiselle Brewster when they rode past?
No, I don't think I did. You see, I was reading, only glancing up occasionally.
Did anyone pass you on the path?
I was on the lower ledge. Unless someone had called out to me, I doubt I would have noticed them.
You were, I think, acquainted with Captain Marshall?
He is an old family friend. We grew up next door to one another, although I had not seen him for a good many years. It must be nearly 12.
Were the Marshalls on good terms with one another?
On perfectly good terms, I should say.
Monsieur Marshall, he was very devoted to his wife?
Ken, Mr. Marshall, is rather old-fashioned. He hasn't got the modern habit of shouting matrimonial woes upon the housetop.
Did you like Madame Marshall?
No.
Why was that?
She was bored to death with women and showed it. On the other hand, men were a very different story.
Do you think her husband was aware of her interests in that line?
I think that he accepted his wife quite frankly for what she was. He had no illusions about her, but I could be wrong.
Do you know of anyone with a grudge against Madame Marshall?
Only wives, but since she was strangled, I presume that it was a man who killed her.
Mademoiselle, may I ask a favor of you?
You found my typewriter, Monsieur Poirot. I am in your debt.
What would you have me ask, Hastings? Could you compare some pieces of fabric for me?
I would be happy to. Fabric is something I know quite a bit about.
Merci. The perfect favor to ask. You are learning to exercise their little grey cells with great skill. It would seem the obvious request.
This cut piece is fine silk. From a lady's hat, I would say. The torn bit is rayon, inexpertly dyed. And this burnt piece is from the same rayon as the torn fabric.
Many thanks, mademoiselle. I thank you for your cooperation.
You were right, Monsieur Poirot, weren't you?
Madame?
You asked me to have patience. And now, Arlena has been removed from the picture.
Perhaps. But the manner of her removal is not something to celebrate, I think.
Oh, I'm not celebrating. I'm not that callous. But I do know that eventually that door will open, and it will be my husband standing there.
If you could give me an account of your movements this morning?
Of course. Let me see. On my way down to breakfast, I stopped in to see Linda Marshall and fixed up with her to go to Sanctuary Cove. That was about 9:40. After breakfast, I saw you in the lobby. I sketched that man for you at about 10:20.
Again? My thanks.
Then Linda and I set out for Sanctuary Cove.
What time was that?
Think it was just on 10:30.
What did you do at Sanctuary Cove?
I made some sketches of the birds, while Linda swam and sunbathed. Have you seen them walk, Monsieur Poirot? Quite reminded me.
Ha! We will not dwell upon the birds, madame, if you don't mind.
As you wish.
What time did you leave?
At 11:45. I was playing tennis at 12 with Miss Darnley, Mr. Marshall and Mr. Gardner.
How did you know that time?
Linda had a watch. I asked her.
I see. And then?
I packed up my sketching things and went back to the hotel.
What was Mademoiselle Linda doing when you left the beach?
Oh, Linda went into the sea again.
Did Linda Marshall actually enter the sea before you left the beach?
Yes. Oh, yes, she ran down the beach. I heard her splashing in the waves as I climbed the path.
What happened after you went back to the hotel?
I changed into my tennis things and went to the tennis court where I met the others. We played 2 sets and were just going in when the news came about Mrs. Marshall.
How did you feel when you learned of Madame Marshall?
It was a horrible thing to happen.
Yes, but you were so very surprised?
I think I see what you mean. No, I was not perhaps surprised. Shocked, yes. But she was the kind of woman.
She was the kind of woman to whom such a thing might happen. Yes, madame. That is the truest and most significant thing that has been said to Poirot today. No, the door, it...
A rather touching photograph.
Poirot gives you a hint. You waste your time.
Mrs. Redfern's sketching supplies.
These are the binoculars, most splendid. But I cannot see anything of particular interest here. These are the binoculars, most splendid. But I cannot see anything of particular interest here. These are the binoculars, most splendid. But I cannot see anything of particular interest here. These are the binoculars, most splendid. But I cannot see anything of particular interest here. These are the binoculars, most splendid. But I cannot see anything of particular interest here. These are the binoculars.
I think this room belongs to Major Barry.
I believe we've damaged Major Barry. There is...
If I remember correctly, this must be Stephen...
My dear Hastings. They are blackout.
This room belongs to Mr. Blatt.
Ah, beautiful and without clutter. Quite interesting.
I say, what caused that oily spot?
My nose tells me it is some kind of oil. A test would determine it more precisely. That will do. Well, would you look at... Mademoiselle?
Mr. Poirot, you gave me such a start. I'm all nerves.
Is all well, mademoiselle?
What were you doing in your bath yesterday? It was such a mess. It took forever to clean it up.
It is a little hard to explain that...
Well, never you mind. I took care of it. It's my job.
How are things between you and Monsieur Will Jenks?
Mr. Poirot, the Marshall girl told me that there is nothing between her and my will. Everything's patched up.
I am so glad.
She also told me that you had a hand in clearing up that mystery. If you need a helping hand in this horrible murder case, you just let me know. Pardon me, sir. I really...
This document bears further study. I will keep it in my notebook.
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings, there was nothing of interest in those drawers.
Interesting. I'll put it in my notebook. This may be important. I'll keep it in my notebook.
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings, there was nothing of interest.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please?
On me way.
What a lot of police going back and forth. I guess it's true then. Murder's been done. I heard it was that actress lady, Arlena Stewart, who died. Good to have that Colonel Weston in charge. He'll soon get to the bottom of things. And I brought over Dr. Neasden as well. He does the autopsies at the hospital in Kingsbridge. Hard to believe that such a thing could happen here. I don't think there's been a death on the island since Tom Cutter was hung 3 centuries ago.
Thank you, sir. I'll send it off directly. Thank you, sir. I'll send it off at once. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
You have heard of the terrible tragedy?
The murder of that wonderful actress, Mrs. Marshall? Oh, yes.
I have been asked to investigate.
Well, I'm sure you'll clear it up as fast as you found my missing post.
Merci, madame. Did you see any of the hotel guests this morning?
Yes. Major Barry came in around 9:30. He wanted to use the phone. Then he declared it wasn't private enough for his needs and said he'd drive into Kingsbridge instead. What do you suppose was so private he couldn't call from here? It's not as if I'm one to gossip.
Of course not. Did you see anyone else?
Yes. That young stepdaughter of Mrs. Marshall's came in to refill a prescription for her.
What was the prescription?
A sedative. Trianol.
When was Mademoiselle Marshall here?
Why, it was only a little while ago. Right before I heard the news of the murder.
Hold on. Arlena was well dead by that time.
Indeed. She had no more need of the sedatives. Thank you, Madame Hughes. That is all my questions. Are there any...
I'll just check. Sorry, sir.
Almost there. I am sorry, Mon. I am sorry, Mon. The substance on the stick pin, it is candle wax. I am sorry, mon ami. I am sorry, mon ami, but I do not think we will find the information we seek in that chapter. The substance in Alena's coffee? It is trianol, a powerful sedative. I am sorry, mon ami, but I do not think we will... The liquid in the unmarked bottle from Madame Marshall's bath is the color that made her hair such a striking shade.
May I help?
No, merci.
We have quite a few books for sale, sir.
Have you any dark rum?
Nary a drop, I'm afraid. With trade being as slow as it is, there's not much sense in restocking. I'm not in the mood to talk at the moment.
Hello, Poirot. Seems like the old place isn't so dull anymore.
No, it is not. Proceed with care, Hastings. We have need of Monsieur Blatt's assistance.
Righto.
Where were you from 11:15 and 12 this morning?
Easy. I put out in my yawl about 9, then spent the morning zipping up and down the bay. Just got back a few minutes after 1 and heard the news about the murder. Ghastly business.
Could you see Cutter's Cove from your boat?
Well, yes. I suppose I could have, but I wasn't looking, I'm afraid.
Can you shed any light on the murder?
If I was looking for a suspect, I couldn't rule out that Mrs. Redfern. Jealousy, you know, led to trouble before this.
Yes, unfortunately, Madame Marshall was strangled by someone with powerful hands. That does not suggest Madame Redfern. Hastings, do you therefore rule out all women as suspects?
Of course. No woman would have the strength.
We will speak more of this in a moment. I believe you have lost a life ring buoy from your sailboat?
How did you know that?
I have found it. Your boat is called the Parsimony, is it not?
Why, yes, she is. A little joke of my competitors in the business world.
Hardware, was it? Do not press him, Hastings.
That's right. Listen, that boy's no good to me anymore. It was damaged in a storm. I've been trying to find another without much success. I even tried to beat Bagby at darts for the boy and his war, but I couldn't do it.
Perhaps I will try a game of the darts.
Good luck. He's the best player I've ever seen.
I'm afraid I need some time to myself.
A regulation dartboard.
Oh, that does not... Oh, that is not... Very good. Your current course...
A regulation...
Fancy a game, sir?
I will play you for that life ring buoy on your wall.
Oh, very well. But it's worth 10 quid. Is it a bet?
£10 for a boy? That's highway robbery.
Only if he wins, Hastings.
10 quid against the boy. You throw first.
Oh, I say, that was first rate.
I have obtained the life ring buoy.
So that's mighty nice of you, Poirot. Anything I can do for you in return?
Do you have the winch handle I might borrow?
Winch handle? From my sailboat? Not bloody likely. How would I haul my sails up and down?
Do you have the compass I might borrow?
Well, I guess I could let you use my compass. Not much use for it sailing round Lethercombe Bay. Mind you, return it though. If you'll excuse me, Poirot, I have some business to attend to. Don't worry, I'll be around the hotel if you need me.
Poirot, do you think a woman could have strangled Elena?
In 1926 was the first woman to swim the English Channel. I believe she could strangle you with ease, especially if you asked such a nonsensical question.
Then we should put all the women on the island to the test. Somehow.
Very well.
Poirot, any indications yet in Elena Marshall's murder?
Indications, yes, but there is still work to be done, Colonel.
Of course. How can I help?
Has the body been moved from Cutter's Cove?
Yes. Dr. Neasden is performing the autopsy right now in Kingsbridge.
Did your men uncover anything new from the murder scene?
No, nothing, I'm afraid.
Have you an answer from Scotland Yard on the sketch?
Yes, goes by the name of John North. Here's the report.
I will copy the important points into my notebook.
Nasty bit of goods there. Hate to hear he's in my district.
Have you the report on the Alice Corrigan case?
Here you are. As I said, it wasn't my district. Chief Constable in charge did all he could. Eventually turned it over to Scotland Yard. They have a couple of men on it, I believe.
Merci beaucoup. I will make the notes of my own.
Husband's alibi looks unbreakable, and there are no other real suspects.
Do you have the background checks on the suspects?
Not yet, I'm afraid.
Mrs. Castle is very nervous. She may attempt the escape.
We're ready to follow if she does.
I have here the letter, written to Elena, signed only J.N. Do you think you could have Scotland Yard ask among her acquaintances in London if they can identify this man?
JN? It's not much to go on. Do you have anything else?
This photograph of the red funds was taken by a Jimmy Nash, as you can see from the reverse side.
Yes.
I will ask Monsieur Redfern if he knows Monsieur Nash, but please send it along to Scotland Yard as well. It may help.
Of course.
Did Monsieur Blatt report to you that his boat had been fired upon?
I'll say not. When was this?
That I cannot tell you. He mentions an accident in the storm only.
What storm? We've had fair weather for weeks now.
Then why would he conceal such an attack?
I could bring him in for questioning.
Not just yet, please. Again, I would advise only to watch his movements should he leave Seadrift Island.
I'll inform my men.
That will do for now, monsieur.
Can we talk later?
The substance in Monsieur Blatt's suitcase is the oil for the protecting of a gun from rust, Hastings. I am sorry, mon ami. The substance contained in the smashed bottle found in Cutter's Cove, it is perfume.
May I help you, sir?
No, Mel. Are there any telegrams for me?
I'll just check. Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Hastings, this is important. Would you not agree?
Hello again, Mr. Poirot. How can I help you?
I have a few matters to discuss only. What can you tell me of hotel guest movements this morning?
Well, let's see. Mr. Lane came across on the sea tractor fairly early this morning, about 8, I'd say, and set off on foot across the moor. He hasn't come back yet. Major Barry picked up his car, thanks again for repairing it, and drove off to Kingsbridge just before 10. Say, 10 minutes of... Major Black came in from sailing not too long ago and headed for the Monk's Head. I've seen no one else except the police and Dr. Needston coming and going. Colonel Weston went back to the police station, I think.
Do you know Mr. North?
The day tripper gent with the binoculars?
That is he.
Haven't seen him today at all, but he has no trouble wading across the causeway on his own.
He has been visiting Seadrift Island often?
Every now and again over the past few months. Anything else I can help you with, Mr. Poirot? You did a bang-up job on that motor of Major Barry's.
Do you have the handle of the winch used for the raising and lowering of the sails?
No, but I can probably track one down for you. Come back later this afternoon. Like a ride to the...
Yes, please.
Let's be off then.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder. From the Smugglers' End pub via the tunnel, it is 28 minutes.
Hello, another compass. This wasn't here before, and it's smashed. No good at all anymore.
A stroke of luck, that. It will make things easier in the end.
Footprints everywhere.
One man, no ghost, passed along.
For heavens, Poirot,
I think not, Hastings. These are not the footprints of many men, but of one man only, passing here many times. Roman to be sure. Just think of the history these stones have seen, Hastings. This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder. From the monastery ruins to Cutter's Cove via the tunnel, it is 11 minutes. And that, my friend, should be the last timing we need to determine how much time would be needed for any of our suspects to reach Cutter's Cove. Of course.
tractor, do you?
Yes, please?
On me way.
Like a ride to the island?
No, merci. That is not...
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.